Welcome to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jess. Was it a silent one?
It went. It did.
Sorry.
Okay, all right.
You had a good one. Welcome to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jess.
Yeah,
I am
what's up?
slightly ill. I can really hear it on the microphone now.
A
My
little.
voice.
You sound
Extra gravelly.
disgusting.
Do I sound disgusting?
No, I'm just when I had a little bit of phlegm.
Yeah.
You were like, ugh.
We have a first-time guest,
Holy
long-time
guacamole.
collaborator.
Yes.
People know this man as behind the scenes. Wrote the theme song.
Fix your mic.
Dates Jess. Just all kinds of stuff you're into.
You gotta.
Doesn't know how to do
Doesn't
it
know
like
how to use
do
a
it like a
microphone.
real person. There you go.
Like you gotta you gotta twist it and then.
There you go.
Jesus.
Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, Dane.
Welcome, Dane.
Hello.
How do I say
Also-
your last name? I have no idea.
Hesseldahl.
Hesseldahl. He
like
also co-owner of the comedy bar. I think. What's happening?
Oh, stop, God! It's just
sorry.
a body.
Sorry, Sam took
Just a great body.
Sam took his sweater off.
Ladies, freeze frame
Yeah.
opportunity there.
Yeah, you get to see some Sam belly.
Okay.
Maybe some other Sam stuff. A company sent me these T-shirts. They're special shirts for fat people.
Oh my gosh, a company! You should shout them out so that they'll send
They're
you
called
more.
Strong Size.
Strong size.
Yeah.
Strong size. And my oh my, do they look strong?
They're strong. Thank you, Strong Size, for the T-shirts.
They sent you T-shirts.
Yeah, they were
What
like,
a celebrity thing to happen.
Jess, there are people that want to send me stuff all the time.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I
it's
had no
cool.
idea.
Yeah, I've made it to the point of my career.
Wow.
Yeah,
You should be hawking shit like all over the place.
There's a company from the United Arab Emirates that was talking about flying out here and like signing a contract where I would like.
You just have to pay for their tickets in advance.
No, I don't think I thought it was a scam at first, but then I talked to the guy on the phone and I was like, whoa, like, and then he works with other comedians that I know. And I was like, oh,
Okay.
God.
Recent experience, I'll just say. Talking to somebody on the phone does not make it not.
Oh yeah.
Not-
Yeah. I'm careful. I don't know if I don't think it's going to work because I don't think I want to work with a company from UAE.
Right.
I could just get a company. I was talking to the guys from Experience Olympia. They're like the Olympia Tourism Board. And I was like, I love Olympia so much. And like,
I love Olivia.
and but I don't think that's going to work out. So I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. But yeah, Dane.
Dane's here.
Dane is here. Dane brought donuts and he brought me orange juice.
So nice. Well, he brought orange juice, but he did it kind of facetiously. Like he brought it, but just kind of to make fun of you.
Yeah, he said that he wanted to see what it would look like if I held this bottle in my hand.
He's like the bottle is comically small, and you
Sam is comically large.
Yeah.
And I thought it would look like we had either enlarged Sam or shrunk a bottle of orange juice.
It's pretty good.
It's like a thimble in your hand.
It's like you knew that I'm fighting off this cold, so
Yeah, that was nice.
it doesn't sound.
Well, yeah, Dane had to come because my car is in the shop.
Yeah,
And it also in my car is all of our like equipment,
yeah.
which is a really safe place to keep it.
And you guys are going to Portland later anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I still have to go to work though.
Oh my God, what are you gonna do all day?
I got to go back to the bar. We got the first day of our food court today. And so I got to go back and
Listen, life is
Run
fucking
that.
busy.
There's a
we don't
food
have
court.
Oh yeah.
yeah, we're doing a daytime food court now. We got 5 different restaurants doing food there. We got TJ's Tacos from across the street, Star Fusion Sushi,
Dude, that's wild.
Big Dumpling Energy from Corvus and Company, our menu, and
Food court sounds
Nights
like
Oaxaca.
like if a food did something wrong and they'd have to go to food
Yeah.
court.
And we make judgment.
Yeah,
We're like, no.
that was really dumb.
Ba-bum.
I'm glad you're here, Dane, because I wanted to ask you about ultimate regret and what that means to you.
Ultimate regret. Yeah, I've done a fair amount of things in the last year that I regret. Chief among them, opening a comedy club. It's been a cool experience. I've enjoyed parts of it.
Yeah.
That's not true.
He enjoys parts
such
of
bullshit. He loves every single aspect of like.
Not every single aspect though.
There's, yeah, of course. No, the part where it's very expensive. Comedy is so expensive.
Yeah.
But no, like you can't say it's not the ultimate. I'm sure that there are other things that you regret more than opening a comedy club.
Oh, it's not like I'm not looking to like judge one regret versus another regret. He was talking about the exact regret that I'm fascinated with is how you both deal with owning a comedy club and having your finger on the button to what people perceive are going to be some kind of life-changing opportunities for them in their career. And like what that's like to have people feel like you are lording that over them, even though you're not.
That's been a weird thing, right? And I think this is, was naive about me, but I, coming from Jai Thai, which was this big community thing, I really thought by doing this, we were doing something for the community, and that the community was going to come to us and rally around us. And to a certain extent, they have. We had a bunch of people come out and help us clean up when we opened and stuff. But it's been the sort of the stress and the expectation from people and the reaction that we get, has been surprising. And it's been stressful, and it has affected friendships that I have with comics in the scene, and surprising. And I think that we've given a lot of good people really cool opportunities that would have gotten otherwise, but I think that there are a lot of people who feel like they should get opportunities from us that haven't yet. And we're working on it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of I think that because we're both comics, then we're accessible.
Mm-hmm.
Like there aren't any other comedians who are going to open mics who are also club owners.
Yeah.
And so there is like an added pressure of and people know that.
Yeah.
And even if it's not just like something that people are doing, but like I've talked about it a million times, like about like people coming up and being like, I have an idea, or I want to do this, or I want to do that at the club. I think this would be great, which is so awesome. And like, I love, that people want to do stuff at the bar, but it's also like,
people
I can't keep up.
I don't know if you guys know this or not, but like people hit me up to hit you guys up about stuff. Like they know that
that's
me and Jess have a
awesome
podcast together, and they know that, that I work there. We'll be there again on the Thursday the 16th.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty pumped. I'm going to push that at my
We're excited.
Undisputable Genius of Comedy.
Which is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Which I just want to brag because Sam is doing he's doing the Undisputed Comedy Show for The Stranger, and he got asked questions for the interview. And
I'm gonna write what I.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It just so happened that she knows us, and
was it Megan or Vivian?
It was Megan, and she was like, "I know that you have a podcast with Jess, and I'm hoping that some of her VPR knowledge."
I have it right here.
Okay.
You have a podcast. This is from Megan. You have a podcast, the Tarp Report, with Jess Anderson from Comedy Bar. I know Jess is a big Vanderpump Rules fan. Same, TBH. So this question assumes that maybe some of her knowledge has stuck with you in any way. Fuck, marry, kill Jack Sandoval and Sandoval and Schwartz. So, and I immediately called Jess because I knew that she would get a kick out of that. And
so funny.
She told me she was going to message me.
I know. I was on the phone with QuickBooks. I was stuck on the phone.
This is what I wrote. I go, I just got off the phone with Jess and asked her to help me answer this. She said she was going to message me, but it's taking too long because she's at work, so I'm just going to wing it. At one time I was doing comedy in Tri-Cities at a place called Jokers. Jokers is a combination comedy club, bowling alley, arcade, sports bar, and casino. While I was in the area, I decided to tour the Hanford nuclear reactor. during the tour, they were like, don't go past any of the yellow ropes because there are still parts of the reactor that are dangerously radioactive. You see, usually when I'm on a guided tour and somebody says some dumb shit like that, I make a jerking off motion with my right hand and I sarcastically say, okay. And then I immediately look around, desperately scanning to see if anyone noted my hysterical act of rebellion. But seeing as how in less than 40 years, more than 20 million uranium fuel rods were enriched in the building I was standing in, I thought I should take the Hanford rules seriously. I imagine the Vanderpump Rules are also very similar. But I still haven't watched 1 minute of the show, and I never fucking will. However, I think anything that brings hear this part. I think anything that brings people joy is fucking rad, and I'm glad people like stuff. As far as Jokers in Richland goes, fuck the bowling alley, marry the arcade, and kill the comedy club.
Aww.
I'm gonna make you watch Vanderpump Rules.
I'm not gonna watch
That's a special episode.
I'm like kind of embarrassed.
Special episode.
I never fucking will.
My mom watches it.
It was
so
really
mean.
judgy. Really judgy.
It doesn't like.
I know, but she was just being silly.
I know, but I wasn't like judging.
Like,
no, I said that I like the people.
You
like
said
it.
I'm not watching that fucking show, and I never
I
will.
kind of say that. I did.
Like yeah, like Jesus. Like okay.
Hey,
I really like Megan. She's been really good to us.
Megan is fantastic. Yeah. What was your answer to your favorite place to do comedy in Seattle?
Oh God. I said club comedy. No, I'm just kidding. My favorite place to perform.
I will end you.
My favorite place is club comedy. My favorite place to perform is Capitol Hill Comedy Bar, and my favorite night to perform is when I'm headlining in like 2 weeks on Thursday, May 16th.
Sweet. That's three of the undisputed geniuses of comedy that have said we're one of the.
Really?
Yeah, Andy and Juno and Sam.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, it checks out. You guys are the people's champ.
We're one of three, so there's.
Not everybody. You guys, what's funny is I think one of the reasons why I think you're the best comedy club in Seattle is you don't pretend that you're the best comedy club in Seattle all the time. You don't pretend like you're offering opportunities that nobody else is going to get, Like it's you stay like right sized. Does that make sense? Like a lot of these clubs, the owners have this like attitude that like, it's my way or the highway, and my way is the only way to like move forward, and you have a lot of folks that seem like they're more invested in like power than they're invested in actually making good comedy, where you guys seem like you do not want that power anymore and you wish you could give it back.
Well, it's so funny because like on one hand, like, because we do a lot of produced shows, like which comedy, like, I don't think laughs or I think TCC does some. Yeah.
They do like afternoon, like Courtney's Lady Bits and the Dope Show and stuff.
Right. But. And so that's something special that we do, and like on one hand it's like so fucking awesome because it's like, oh, that's on you. Yay, this is a day that I don't have, because like we were like talking about it and I'm like, I am booking a show for every night of the week.
Yeah.
Like I went from booking like, let's see, Central, and like I almost started booking Jai Tai. What else was I doing? Like Super Funny, open mic. Yeah. And then
that's like 2 shows a month.
Which is 4 Tuesdays and 2 booking every fucking for a year. It's been almost exactly a year.
It will be a year on Monday.
Yeah,
we opened a year ago on Monday.
That's crazy.
It's fucking insane.
Dude, I still remember that set that I wasn't happy with on opening.
You were so upset.
My family thought you were so funny.
I wasn't. What's weird is I wasn't like upset. I was just like,
is that Meineke?
No, it's me, and I don't. That's interesting. There's a chance that I might be on. Oh, Jess, I might be on Ridiculous. What are you doing? What the hell? Anyway, I might be on Ridiculousness, that MTV show. On Ridiculousness, possibly.
That's still on?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's not the way to fucking.
I'm sorry. Congratulations, Sam. Congratulations, Sam.
Dane, he was like, "That's still on."
Are you kidding? It's the only thing that's on. Like, have you seen MTV's schedule?
There's not a lot going on.
No, it's just Ridiculousness.
Oh, I thought it was all True Life now.
No, I wish. I mean, God, they haven't had Dane, how old are you? They haven't had True Life on MTV.
700.
Yeah, for real. You're like 90
I just
years
remember
old.
like True Life because that's where Teen Mom came from. It was like True Life, like I'm a teen mom.
Yeah,
and then it just
16 and
morphed
pregnant.
into Teen Mom.
Yeah,
which was rad. Yeah, and 16 and pregnant. I've been there. I mean, I haven't been pregnant.
I have been there. My mom just turned 56, actually.
That's wild.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Right now we're the oldest apart.
What do you see in the next year with the club?
I mean,
I ask this kind of stuff, Jess. I'm kind of asking Dane because Jess.
Yeah,
knows stuff.
you've never asked me these kinds of questions.
Well, we get to it naturally.
I mean, you're asking him like booking questions, and I'm like,
no, I'm not asking him booking questions.
Okay. All right, in the next year, what are we doing?
Leave me alone.
I know, I'm trying.
God, I'm sorry your car blew up. I didn't do it.
I think we have a lot of cool stuff coming up. Jess has booked a really great year. We've had great comics last year, and we have more great comics coming this year. Really excited about some big shows. I think we're going to do some improvements to the room. We're going to rearrange the curtain, and instead of entering to the side, we're going to do kind of a middle entrance. We're going to maybe,
which I'm really excited about,
shift the stage around to try and make it so it's less of a very long room.
Oh, that would be awesome, man, to get that motherfucker in the middle, dude.
Yeah.
I always say that.
And try and arrange the chairs around it. So
kind of go
people,
this way.
People that like music, I don't think it makes as much of a difference, but like comedy, to have as many people as close to you as you can get. And to do that, you want to be on the side of the rectangle, not the top or the bottom.
Yeah, it was, I had to sit in the back. I had some friends attend Fun and Flirty this last month, and I was sitting in the back with them, and I just was like, this is not the experience that I want for my friends at a show. And I was like, I gotta fix this.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to experiment with some different stuff. Right now, we don't see like a traditional club. People, it's kind of first come, first serve, order at the bar. And I think, once we rearrange the seating and have a stable table set up, we're going to try and do standard seating and regular table service. And
if we don't get a waitress, my head is going to explode.
Yeah.
Are you guys still trying to find a waitress?
We hired one.
We had a cocktail waitress, but Dane let her go behind the bar. And then she wanted to be a bartender. Now, of course, if I have the fucking choice, if I have the choice to be a cocktail waitress or a bartender, I'm going to be a fucking bartender.
Yeah,
and so she didn't want to be a cocktail. Sorry, I'm hot about that.
Yeah, I can tell.
Anyway, you were saying.
I could tell by how loud and mean you were, how mad.
I just really want table service so bad. Yeah. I know that it changes the entire feel of everything. It means that people don't have to get up during the show. It means that drinks are coming to them. It means that you can get drinks faster. We know this because we've seen the numbers.
Yeah.
It was just
the numbers it was going a lot better.
Yeah.
When you had the cocktail waitress.
Well, and I mean is
she still bartend?
No.
It can be a challenge, because of the table setup and because we're constantly moving stuff around. Right. And then, for one show, that's one of the things that I really like about our spot is, we have sort of variable seating, right? And so if a comic only sells 30 tickets, we can take some tables and chairs out and make it feel full, right? Because we want the room to be full.
I'm looking forward to that on the 16th.
If a comic sells 100, we can move tables and chairs in and accommodate those. But it does make it hard for table service because you have
there's no like numbered tables to be like, okay, I need to take this to table 3 because table 3 doesn't. Like table 3 might be over there or over
table
there.
Table 3 changes
right. So there's no
they're table fluid.
Right. And we've tried. We're like, okay, well, we need
that deserved more. That was like a gender joke.
Sorry, we're thinking like, stop. You can't do that.
What?
Seattle.
Doesn't matter. I'm not saying anything.
We've tried to figure out like having like, okay, this is going to be our 30 tables, how that's going to go, and this would be like our 60. But it's
Some of my favorite people are gender fluid. Some of my
Are they table fluid?
Some of my favorite drinks are also fluid.
Are they table fluid?
I don't know if they're table fluid. That was really dumb. When you said it back to me, sometimes when I say it and I'm like, wow.
I know. But that's because you think everything I say is stupid.
But yeah, I think, if we move I'm getting out of this. I'm pulling abort.
She went after you for fucking up a cocktail waitress.
Oh man, just because
Maybe she was roll at the bar fluid. And you need to chill out.
No, I do need to
Not everybody can meet your expectations, Jess.
That's true.
That goes for my weight. That goes
I know. All of it.
Yeah. Dude, she says the meanest things about big people. She told me one time that she thought it was really cool that I had a special store just for fat people.
I did not say that. For a second, I was like, I do think that's really, but God damn it. No, I didn't say that.
She said
I thought it was really cool that you have a big and tall store. Which big. Oh.
There it is.
I want Jess, whenever she sees somebody in a disabled parking spot, I want her to be like, I think it's so cool you get to park so close.
I think it's awesome you get your own parking spot. That's amazing. Congratulations.
But yeah, Dane, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you guys are working it out. And I think it's I make this joke all the time that it's the only comedy club I'm allowed in Seattle. And that's not all the way true, because I have never been formally kicked out of one of them or whatever, but they've never booked me or done anything with me, and I've reached out to them.
I've never been invited.
And there is one that I've been made very clear that I'm not allowed in, which I always thought was strange. But moving on, I do think it's a wonderful club, and I like that I get to perform there.
Thank you.
I had fun on opening night, and even though I was like, oh, I didn't like my set, and then I wound up getting a bunch of really good video from there. So.
Yeah, that's the thing that Dane has set up. I mean, I do the booking, and that is the only thing that I do. I do the booking and the bitching.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm a genius.
I'm glad you said it.
That's what I do. I stay on his ass to make sure that but he's doing everything else. Yeah. All the food court, that's his fucking idea. Everything, the curtain and the moving the stage and all of that. Those are all his ideas that, so it's
it shows that you care. I'm excited to get good video out of there. I wish more clubs would realize
that's how the videos.
Just having that set up and ready to go. Because, I mean, as much as we don't want it to be like this, for any comic that's not already, over, basically, that's the name of the game, is getting good video.
Yeah.
I want to talk about, I took the kids out to the Oregon coast to do comedy, and I took them out of school for 2 days.
Nice.
And
lucky.
Stayed at my brother's house for one night, and then stayed in Gold Beach.
I love Gold Beach.
And we had such a good time. Everything went really well. And they sold shirts after shows, which they love doing.
That's genius. Yeah. Child labor is fucking smart. Yeah. And it makes people want, guilt them.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you say no to sweet boys?
Children.
You know what I realized with merch,
can do it easily.
With merch is that I think a lot of times the people buy shirts because they just want to talk to me after the show.
Yeah.
And so I think I miss out on some of that, but...
Did you?
It's okay.
You weren't there with them. You just had them hawking.
Dude, they do know.
That's hilarious.
No, I
thought you were there. No. I thought it was them and them.
I'm close by. But they
good save, Sam. Yeah, good save.
No, I'm close.
I didn't abandon my children to sell my merch.
I don't know what would happen if I just left them out there by themselves.
Just I mean, they're selling merch while you're still on stage. That's fucking brilliant.
Every show was good. The Sunday show wasn't super well attended, but everything was good. Friday North Bend was sold out. We did a lot better than we thought we did in Bandon. I was really happy with that set.
Yeah,
Ty Boyce did a good job. Good job, Ty.
Oh, good job, Ty.
Yeah, Ty.
And and then the other thing is we had that last show in Coquille, which is that's 5.5 hours back to Olympia, and it was Sunday, and I wanted the kids to go to school on Monday, and so I was like, I'll just go for it. And man, I am not built for that anymore. I got a hotel room in Cottage Grove, and then woke them up at 4:30 in the morning. And they slept in the car
for 5 hours. I mean, you couldn't do 5 hours. 5 hours
after a show. No, not when I'm leaving. I mean, I left Kikil at like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like 10:30 or whatever. It just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, that's long.
Yeah. So we got to Cottage Grove. Oh no, I think we left at 9:30. I got to Cottage Grove at like midnight, and the kids did fine, and they were pissed they had to go to school in the morning, but
I don't blame them.
But yeah, that was awesome. The other thing that happened is the day before yesterday, I did comedy at the Washington Correction Center. I did comedy at the prison in Shelton.
For Lynette?
Yeah, Lynette put it together.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was absolutely fantastic. One of the coolest, probably like one of the top 5 experiences I've ever had in comedy. Like just
sounds awesome.
I did like my usual like opener with the belly tattoo, and I knew that I would get a big pop, but it was bigger than I thought it would be.
That was you, Robert,
Jeremiah.
Or she had Jeremiah do it again?
Yeah, Jeremiah Hughes did it, and Lynette hosted. She did great. Robert did great. Jeremiah did great too. I haven't seen Jeremiah in a while. He had a good set. Yeah, so that opener popped, and then I was like, that's better than I thought it would be. And then I did that joke where I'm like, yeah, I used to have a horrible drinking problem, and I was like, one time I got so drunk I did meth for 8 years, and man, like that got a pop. And then I did the tag about being a burglar or whatever.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Yeah.
And then it was funny because I was watching the guards while I was performing, because I was actually I haven't been locked up in 20 years, but like it's still like a part of who I am, and like it was chill. Like I didn't have any issues with inmates at all, but the guards made me.
Well, I would hope not.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the fuck?
Well, no, it's just like I mean like nerves or whatever. Like no, I wasn't
like you were out on the yard or something.
Hey, you know what? Like honestly, like
all of it, honestly, what? No, you
no,
were there
there's
as
a way.
guest.
I know, but you need to. You know what's funny is for me, like even though I'm there as a guest, like I still need to hold my head up, and I still need to do like I'm gonna carry myself a certain way when I'm around incarcerated folks. I don't know. It's just the way like it feels weird, like because if you go in there and you just kind of and you're weird about it, or like if you're nervous, like you don't want to be that dude. Like you don't want to be that dude. But yeah, it was wonderful. But that was the thing, is I was doing comedy, and I'm like, man, this is going really well. And people were getting really excited. Like I kept like bumping up the energy a little bit more. And then I hit a spot where I was like, shit, like I need to calm this down a little bit, because I could see the guards were getting kind of weird and stuff like that, because people were getting like really like, not like agitated, but just really excited. And you could tell that a couple of the guards were like, man, I don't know why we're doing this. Like the guards want things to be like the things are. They just want them to have like a regular day or whatever. And the inmates were having a blast. So I don't know. It was weird. And the guards did fine too. I'm not mad at the guards or whatever. You could just tell that there was like, there was an energy in there.
Well, they're still at work, man.
I know. But like, I mean that they're not like, I don't know. You could just tell that a couple of the guards like were not into us doing it. And like,
interesting.
Yeah, which makes sense, because they, anything that's out of like the norm is seen as a problem.
Totally. Those places thrive on routine, right?
Yeah.
And that's why inmates like it when it snows or whatever. Anything that throws off the routine, comedy show.
Best,
but then that's uncertainty and unpredictability for the guards.
I heard a story. This didn't happen while I was in Yakima, but one time like the Yakima jail used to sit like right downtown, and there was a car wreck and somebody crashed through the wall into one of the cell blocks.
Damn.
And I guess 4 people ran, but everybody else but they still talk about it nonstop all the time about how somebody ran through the wall and shit. Cause you could hear cars, cause the car is like, the road is like right outside.
I mean, I mean, if a car ran into any building that I'm in, I'm absolutely going to talk about that forever.
Yeah, it was
like
awesome.
I saw a car run into a building.
Yeah,
I bring it up whenever I can.
You'll never forget
it. That's one of my top reoccurring stories that I tell.
True story.
Like,
Yeah.
So
They also used to
just
talk about they had the second tier. So there's like it's like an annex and there's the 2 tiers, and they had bars in between the railing of the second tier and the ceiling. And that's the other thing they used to talk about how people used to get thrown off the second tier all the time. And that always bummed me out. But luckily there was bars there.
Just some innocent jail fun, you know.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Never been to jail.
Yeah. Your car exploded.
My car exploded. My car exploded. My car
What
exploded.
actually
just
happened?
explode
on the highway.
What
on the interstate in the express lanes.
Yeah.
Yeah, my car was in the shop like all last week. And cause my coolant light came on and like the thing was obviously leaking. And so like, I took it in to get that fixed and they were like, oh, well, you need a new water pump. And so they put in a new water pump. I'm like, okay. So I got it back on Friday and, drove to Seattle and the coolant light was on and, still, but they said that was normal. They said it was normal for it to smell weird and it was normal for it to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And then it needed to like cycle through. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I was leaving Seattle on Saturday afternoon and the gauge on the coolant was going like this. And I'm like, like it's going like up and down.
That's fucking weird.
And I'm like, I don't remember it doing that.
They were like, it's normal for the gauge to trip out.
Yeah. And so I called them.
It's normal for your car to stop working.
I called them and I was like, hey, it's doing this. What's going on, Meineke? And they were like, yeah, totally normal. You're fine.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it just needs to process through.
Safe to drive.
Safe to drive. And I was like, okay, thanks, Ethan. Appreciate it.
Ethan.
And like I had my car on cruise control, which I do because I am a safe driver at 70. And then I was on the highway and I'm like I looked down and my gauge, my speedometer was at like 63. And I'm like, well, that's fucking weird. And so I tried to speed back up to get to like 70 and it wouldn't speed back up. And so then it just like, and I just fucking.
Did it make any noises or anything?
No, it was smoking, but I heard that's normal.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, if you see flames coming out.
Totally normal.
If it's smoking menthols is when you're in trouble.
And so I'm literally like, it was like Final Destination and like cars are just shoom, shoom, like fucking people.
Were you in the middle?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
Jesus.
I had no power to like get to the fucking side of the road.
Down on the express lanes.
Yeah, it was fucking terrible. And then luckily these two angels in big trucks came and like one kind of made like a barricade and then the other like came up and he like got out of his car like on the highway and he was like, hey, the only thing I can do is just push you off the fucking road.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, let's go, just fucking do it. I don't care. Like, that's the only choice that we had.
Yeah.
And he pushed my car, but he didn't say, and obviously he probably thought that I had more common sense than I do.
You didn't put it in neutral.
I didn't put it in neutral.
Jesus Christ, and he just.
And so like,
oh my God.
and then he was like, what? He's like trying to push me and it's not fucking going.
It's crunching and shit.
And so, and then finally he's like, do you have it in neutral? I'm like,
that's so funny.
oh,
I can totally see how you would forget that.
Yeah, because we were just like freaking the fuck out.
To your credit, a lot of people, even people that fuck with car stuff all the time, they might forget that because you're stressed out.
Oh yeah, like I'm like half crying, I'm fucking screaming. I literally, as this is all happening, I call Meineke, and I'm like in middle of the highway, and I'm like, hey Ethan, I thought you told me it was fucking fine to drive, bro. I'm in the fucking highway. What am I supposed to do now? And he's like, get a tow truck and bring it. And I'm like, are you gonna fucking be there?
I love it when the place that fucks this shit up, they're like, hey, yeah, just bring it back here.
Get a tow truck. And I'm like, fuck, I'm going to if I survive.
Yeah. Jesus criminy.
And so, yeah.
Now you were talking to Meineke corporate.
I have sent emails. I have called anybody who will listen. Oh man, I yelled at this old lady the other day. I feel really bad now.
Yeah. You know, it could be, I'm just going to say this, like, you never know. It could be something separate from, you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
it totally, like, but
nobody will ever know. Dane made a face. I actually heard him make a face. No, he huffed too. He was like,
yeah. I dropped it off on Saturday.
Yeah.
And the guy was still there, which he did wait for me.
Yeah.
And he said he was going to work on it. On Monday, I work across the street from Meineke. On Monday, we call or whatever, and
I showed up. Yeah, I showed up right when they opened.
The car is sitting in the parking lot, and they don't have another person. The car is too heavy. They can't get it into the bay.
Yeah, there's only 2 people working that day, and it's too heavy to push into the bay.
So that means they didn't work on it Saturday.
Yeah.
They took Sunday off because they're closed. That's fine.
Gotta go to
church. And then Monday, they didn't touch it. Tuesday, they didn't touch it.
Oh my God.
Yesterday, they said they had to take it apart.
Yesterday they said they had to take the intake off. And then at the end of the day, he's like, yep, we got the intake off. And I'm like, how the fuck did it take you all day to take the intake?
Yeah.
I don't know how cars work. But there's,
they're probably understaffed and busy or whatever.
I'm sure
and
that
I know,
they are.
I'm not making excuses for them. I'm just saying,
but then
like,
they should they should hook me. Like, they should be paying for a rental car for me.
Yeah.
Like, this is insane.
The car was running fine. It just had a coolant leak.
Yeah.
You took it in for a coolant leak.
And they told me I need a new water pump. I paid $3,000.
Oh my God.
To have my car taken back and almost killed, and now the back end's fucked up.
Yeah. And the tow truck was what?
$580.
Yeah.
I have there's a guy this dude Mike, he works at Above and Beyond. And he's my guy. I have a guy for my car.
Well, that's
I need a guy.
Great information to have now. Thanks, Sam.
I know.
No, he's cool.
Our guy. Yeah, I bet he sounds great.
No, she's used Meineke before. And they were great. They were fantastic.
I just don't. It's like a chain, you know. And I don't know. I guess there's probably like good parts and bad parts to that. And it sounds like you got the shit end of the stick there.
Yeah, I think that they probably just made a mistake and something fucking fuck it up, and obviously once I get my car back, I will be totally fine, and I will be completely understanding of what happened. But right now, I feel I'm pissed because I feel helpless.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's nothing I can do. I can't talk to them because it doesn't feel like they give a shit.
Well, and I don't have confidence in what they're saying. When I call, the dude just he's like, I don't.
Yeah, we got to do this.
We're going to take the manifest off. I'm like, okay, what do you think it is? I don't know. And just there's something about the tone of his voice where it's just like he's very clearly out of his.
But you can't be mean to him though, because he has my car.
As soon as we get your car back, I'm like, fuck off.
What?
I'm gonna TP their house.
Yeah, because it's like, they have my car, so you can't be mean to them because I want my car back. But I want to be mean to them because I want my fucking car back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Dane has been,
your rock.
Yeah, and driving, coming down from Seattle and driving me all over the fucking place.
You know, I'm gonna pick you up today for that, right?
You don't have to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Okay, and you're gonna be able to be in Puyallup by 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Because we're going flying today.
We're going flying on a little plane.
Larry's taking us up to the sky. Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Larry, the sky guy.
Yeah, it's going to be good. You guys are going to Rip City.
And then as soon as that is done, then, the reason Dane's driving, and then we're headed out. I've got my bag packed to Rip City Festival.
Are they putting you guys up in a hotel and stuff like that?
No, Dane is.
That's nice, Dane.
Yeah, but they have we have all kinds of events that they have set up.
That's cool. Get to watch some good comedy.
There's so many shows.
Is Shane running this? Shane Brendan?
No.
Okay, I thought he was the one.
Joe.
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't do it.
I can never remember names.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I was I wanted to do it last year because I'm booked. I wanted to do it last year.
I thought you meant I couldn't do it. I can't. I mentally couldn't do it.
I'm doing Undisputed. On Saturday. I'm at the I'm an undisputable genius of comedy
at the
I'm really excited.
Egyptian Theater. It's gonna sell out too. It looks like it too.
I'm really excited. I am an industry guest.
Yeah,
which I get to go and I don't know, judge people, which I do.
Yeah, you're like, I was gonna do that anyway.
Like it's literally my favorite thing to do, and especially comedy. Like what? And so I'm really excited about that. But they have like fun stuff that they've set up for us and like special things that we can do. So I'm excited. I know you're excited for me.
I have no.
Dane's also excited for me.
I'm very excited. We haven't gotten away for a weekend since the bar opened almost a year ago. Like I've missed 2 Saturdays in the last year. Other than that, I've been there
every weekend.
Every weekend for.
And Jess missed your birthday that one time.
I mean, I think it's been more than once.
We did make it there, though.
Yeah, it just makes a habit of it, but it's all right. You guys came to my house at like 11:30.
It was really nice, actually. I can't remember what I did. I think I went to Dick's after that.
You guys have such better memories than I do.
I remember that because I felt bad.
And she brought me like 100 presents.
I did.
That was good.
You wrote. I still have jokes, and I'm ready. I'm not. Like I said, I'm not feeling good.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
What is brother
my
Mickey?
brother Mikey.
Your brother Mikey.
Yeah, I have a brother.
Yeah.
His name is Mikey. Well, his name Michael.
What's up with Mikey?
Mikey has been listening to the podcast.
Oh, what's up, brother Mikey?
Yeah, and I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And
Dane, did you just do like a cool peace?
I don't know. Yeah, I tried to pretend.
What up, Mikey?
That. I saw it out of the corner of my eye, and I tried to pretend it didn't.
I'm trying to be cool.
I was like,
I'm cool.
I thought that I could maybe like cut it out of frame. Jesus Christ.
That was
so embarrassing.
I'm cool.
You're so embarrassing. This is why we keep you off camera. Like, no, but I'm really excited. My brother is really awesome. And he lives in Virginia, which is not awesome. But he said that he likes listening to the podcast. He says he said it's very familiar.
I like that.
Makes him.
Well, that makes sense because you're his sister.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other in a very, very, very long time though. So
yeah, I think people listen to the podcast because they don't have anything else to do, and they haven't heard of any other podcasts. No,
rude.
We were talking about this yesterday. Like,
you guys have a devoted fan base.
I know.
Really do.
And
we really do.
I want to say this too, that I'm really proud because I think the podcast has gotten better and better.
Yeah.
Like, we're both getting better. And like little
things. It sounds like you're
things.
really proud of it.
No, I am. Like I know I talk shit. Yeah. Peace. I'm going to do that all the time. What up, brother?
Are you a
Mikey?
Spice Girl? What the fuck?
I've never been more glad that I brought you the tiny orange juice.
I know. Yeah.
It's so good.
You got to do like.
No.
It's not just a gesture.
Stop doing it.
I don't need cool lessons.
It's a
from
vibe.
Dane.
It's a.
Hey, oh my gosh! Pop that collar, Dane. You're good. Come on. You're good.
I wrote jokes,
Thank
and as
God.
is the case, you've never been on the podcast before.
No, sir.
So you get to be a part of the reading Sam's jokes.
Go for it.
You can do we'll go back and forth.
Okay.
Okay, so you can do number 1, and don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Hey, but you can't read it. No, you gotta go. You gotta read it. Read it.
If I was a raindrop, I would hate umbrellas. Like, what the hell, man? I was gonna hit that dude in the ear.
Ew.
What?
Yeah.
Why do you say ew?
Just because I don't.
Okay.
I mean,
Number 2.
Okay. If I was a river, I'd hate dams. Like, what the hell, man? I was trying to get downstream.
I was really not doing well.
If I was a piece of paper, I would really hate pens.
Okay. Wait. No, I'm done with
those. What the hell, man? I really like being white.
Whoa.
What the hell?
We're done now.
What the What?
One day, I was trying to find whales, and I was really bummed out because I couldn't find any. And then all of a sudden, I saw 3 of them. I was like, whale, whale, whale. When you look at that.
Well.
I like that one.
That's pretty good.
That one's solid. Sam.
It took me a minute
done.
to get going.
Yeah.
Well.
Look at that. What do we have here?
That's almost as good as your Dune 2 joke.
Oh man,
Which I saw. That movie was unbelievable.
It was pretty good.
Jesus
It's a long one.
Christ. Okay. I used to live on a porch couch. Then I went to jail. When I got out, some other dude was living on the couch. He said, "That's because I wasn't on the couch for over 2 weeks that Hold on. He said that because I wasn't on the couch for over 2 weeks that I relinquished my rights to the couch. I said, that rule doesn't count because I was in jail. We got into a big argument and I wound up throwing him in the bush. Then he came back later and hit me with a baseball bat. So I guess he was right after all."
He was right. He won the argument.
That's just a story.
Yeah, that's not.
You just told a story about the time that you came home from jail.
It's like when Jess tries to tell a pun. It's just it's like a dog being shown a card trick. Like
what? Oh, that's rude.
Thank you, Dane, for being here.
And for bringing your camera.
Tarp Report episode 94 or whatever it is. We don't know because we did. Why did we do seasons? It doesn't make any sense.
Okay. You know what? Don't question what lore? Zach and I are doing.
Oh, no. It was we came up with that. We're like, because when we stopped recording at Nate's, we're like,
what the fuck did we do season 2?
I don't know. It was weird.
I think maybe because we switched spots.
Yeah.
Can we go back to just not seasons, but just episode numbers?
We still have episode numbers.
Yeah, Sam, why don't you go ahead and log into YouTube and change all the episodes, the names of the episodes?
We can just, from now on, we could be like, been
the rest will be season 2.
No.
It'll be season 2 forever.
Because it seems like, so we're like, this is like episode 34 or 35 of season 2 or 33.
I think it's 34. Yeah, season 2 is
It just
34.
confuses you trying to count is what you're trying to say.
I think so. There were 31 and 34. So
how many episodes were in season 1?
31.
Oh.
Well,
so
32 if you count the lost episode.
So here's what I'm saying. Either we start season 3 or we get rid of seasons altogether.
I think we go season 3.
Yeah, we just start season 3.
Yeah, man.
Dude, let's do season 4 right now.
Okay, fucking switch it up.
Hey.
So let's get ambitious.
Next week, get ready. Season 4.
Season 4 coming at you, baby.
The Tarp Report. And then we'll say that season 3 was a lost season.
But we just got greenlit for season 4.
Is the lost episode still kicking around on a drive somewhere?
That's the one that Trey lost.
No,
there was one episode that Trey lost, but there was another one that we didn't air.
You bagged, yeah.
No, he got rid of it.
Okay.
These things are enormous. They're like 25 gigs.
Yeah.
Like you can really only keep one for.
Yeah, it's like, good Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord. Yeah,
hey,
all of them.
Thank you for listening to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jess and our special guest Dane.
Even though I hope that you're less. I hope you're less bored.
Yeah, I hope you're less bored now.
Season 4 coming soon.
Yeah, season 4 next week. Bye.
Bye.